Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, there was a statement that was issued by the Uganda's transport ministry. You know, it's just concerning this debate that has been taking center stage, debate on what Museveni said. Museveni could have attempted to test the waters to see the reaction from Kenya, to see whether Kenya was going to, reconsider its stand. I'm talking about the issue of the Indian Ocean. Now, back to the statement that the Uganda's transport ministry said. And Uganda's transport ministry says its vessels sail only inland waters for now. Promises update when ready for high seas in the oceans. Then there was a picture that was shared here of Museveni's vessels, and this appears to be army. They use inland waters at the moment. Well, Museveni talked about coming up with its own navy. Where is my navy? Yeah. So this is what has been displayed, and I think this is a message from the Uganda government that we are also, we also have our own, despite the fact that it's a small one, but we have our own. But the Uganda's army and Kenya's army, honestly speaking, if you compare the two, Kenya's army is a bit big in terms of size and in terms of infrastructure, in terms of everything. I mean, that's the reality, ladies and gentlemen. That's something that we cannot run away from. But you see, Museveni, being someone who rose to power but was previously in the army, knows the main reason why he needs to equip the army of Uganda. Reason being, if he equips the army of Uganda, he knows that Uganda will be very strong against any invasion from even the neighboring countries. Uganda must be very strong. So I think that is the agenda of Museveni. And again, being that this is the last time Museveni is seeking, he would like to make sure that by the time he finishes his 5 years, Uganda's navy is very big in terms of size, in terms of equipment and everything. That, according to Museveni, he shall have achieved something very, very good for the Uganda people. Now, let's get back to this statement from the Uganda's transport ministry and the timing. I've been taking you through some of these developments concerning the issue of Indian Ocean, but I know some of you have been telling me that why do you buy Museveni's story? I mean, don't focus on Museveni's story. But you see, Museveni delivered a statement that we can't just run away from. It's a strong statement, and these are statements that normally lead to future wars. So we had to address the statement and talk about it here. But then that statement is the main reason why the Uganda's transport ministry is now clarifying that they only sail on inland waters. But then when they are ready for high seas and oceans, they are going to tell us. So this is, to me, I'm looking at the ministry from this angle. That first, Museveni delivered his manifesto, and part of his manifesto is capturing the Indian Ocean at all cost. That was the first statement. That statement was received by the CDF of Uganda, but again, the CDF of Uganda is Museveni's son, of General Muhoozi. Now, Muhoozi also talked about Indian Ocean and talked about how he can capture it, can even carry it with his army. So he was trying to send a message that they can invade Kenya and force Kenya into allowing them to use that Indian Ocean to come up with their own navy there. Now, if you look at the map suggestions that have been fronted, if at all Museveni's idea is to be actualized and Kenya cedes ground, which is not going to happen, then it means Kenya will be a landlocked country. But again, that's not going to happen. We know that's not going to happen. There is no way Kenya can allow that. But someone also brought another topic about why not send that message to Tanzania, because sometimes they use Tanzania port to conduct their own businesses. Why not say Tanzania should cede ground and allow us to come up with our own navy. That is also not going to happen. So if Museveni forces Kenya and Tanzania to to allow him to use the sea, the ocean, then it means there will be a joint force in Kenya and Tanzania that will beat Museveni. So Museveni cannot attempt to play around with Kenya or play around with Tanzania. So he knows it. He knows that is a game, and it's not going to work. You know what happened with Idi Amin? When Idi Amin attempted to capture Naivasha, you know what happened? The history is out there.
But that ocean belongs to me. Because where is my ocean? I am entitled to that ocean. In future we are going to have wars. The Americans are now saying they want to be superior in land forces, on land. They want to be superior in the air force. They want to be superior at sea, navy. Mm-hmm. They want to be superior in space. And they have all been to the moon. The Americans have been to the moon, the Russians, the Chinese, the Indians have now gone. Mm. You fellows, you are here on Earth. Those fellows are on the moon, looking at you like insects. I don't like to be in that situation.
Your Excellency, as our elder, President Museveni, you have the challenge to lead the charge on ensuring that we bring down the boundaries and the borders and the barriers so that we can have a borderless community. I am looking forward, Your Excellency, Mr. President, to you leading us in this region so that we can truly build prosperity and harness opportunity.
So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.